You can't hear me. I already know. Let's start that again. Hey, y'all. It's TxStampin Sharon. It is time for another Mystery Monday. I am alive. I am live at 4 p.m. Central on Monday, February the 21st. I do apologize that my mic was not on. I have new equipment and there's so many buttons that I have to push and make sure that everything is good to go. Okay. Hello, Dion. How are you? Hi, Sandra. Hi, Diane. Let me move this over. Hi, Janice. Hello, Brenda. Hello, Margaret. Yes, everybody can hear me now. You know, I have tested this stuff so many times, and just when I think I got it, I ain't got it. Let's see. Hello, Deborah. Hi, Susan. Hello, Tamala. Hello, Nancy. How are you? Okay, guys. I think everybody can hear me now and see me. All right. There we go. Loud and clear. There we go. Awesome. Okay. All right. So those of you who are new to my channel, first of all, I want to welcome you. I invite you to subscribe below. And then while you're down there, go ahead and ring that little bell. You'll be notified every time I go live or I upload a video here on my YouTube channel. Today's mystery stamping is a little bit unique. If you've never seen one of these before, I don't stamp. Y'all do. I give you clues to create a card using the supplies that you have in your stash. So many hundreds, maybe thousands of people have enjoyed Mystery Monday stamping because it helps you be more creative using the supplies that you already have. I do this free, usually every Monday. I did take off last Monday, and my followers know why. And I have received so many cards from you guys and well wishes. My little sweet Stella left us. And so, you know, fur babies, they take a part of your heart when they go, I tell you. But she is in my stamp room. She is right over there. This is where she loved to be. So this is where she will be. So, hello, Lynn, you're watching and you'll do it later. I understand a lot of you like to watch Mystery Monday stamping, see all the clues, and then be inspired to go make a card. And then when you make that card, make sure you send that card because everyone loves to get handmade cards. I mean, my husband comes back from the mailbox and he puts them on my desk. I just start smiling because there's just nothing better than a handmade card. So I love them and I know everybody loves to get them. So we're going to go ahead and get started. Let's see. Let's fingers crossed that camera works as well. All right. We're a little crooked there. So I did reschedule last Monday's mystery stamping because of my little sweet Stella. I send out that first clue via email every Sunday at 3 p.m. Central. When I rescheduled, I had y'all save last week's clues for this week because I know by the time I notified you, you had already cut your supplies. And so we just want to, let's do this real quick. There we go. Now you can see me talking. We just want to we don't want to waste anything. So I wanted you to just reuse those supplies for this week. So Lavina is here. Yay, she made it. Let's make a card. Absolutely. For those of you who are on Facebook, if you want to share your version of today's Mystery Monday stamping card, you can do that in my Mystery Stampers Facebook group. And it is called TxStampin Sharon's Mystery Monday Stampers. Let's just make that name as long as we can. But you're welcome to post your card there after the live is over. Speaking of after the live is over, so many of you who have been doing mystery stamping for so many years now, we're up to almost 2 years next month. I will now store the clues that you see here. I will store them on my blog. You'll be able to get those at 5 p.m. Central after Mystery Monday stamping. And then that way you can download that PDF and have it to remake this card. This is going to be a fun, easy card today. I think you're going to love it. And I think all of you are going to do something very unique with all of the clues. So there you go. Okay. Let's see. Jennifer says, usually I'm in the car line and I've got to watch the replays. I understand, 4 p.m. Central to me is, late afternoon, but some of you, it might be earlier, it might be later. Those of you who are in other countries, it's probably tomorrow or it's midnight. So there you go. Okay. Let's see. Let's see. Who was it? Somebody said, Elsie says, I've tried a couple of times to sign up for my newsletter, but haven't received my emails. Okay, Elsie, I need you to go to my blog. And that is, let's see here. I put that somewhere. Hold on. Let's see. There is my blog, www.TxStampin.com. And you can contact me. There is a button there at the top on the menu bar. You can contact me and I will figure out what's going on with the email situation. Okay. All right. Let's take that back off and let's go back over here to comments. Okay. Oh, Inex says it is 11 p.m. in the Netherlands where she's at. Well, maybe she's not in the Netherlands. She travels more than anybody I know. So, all right, let's get started. Clue number 2. I want you to add the colored cardstock that measures 4 inches by 5 1/4 to the basic white cardstock with adhesive. And that is your card base. Okay, so we are starting our layers and we will begin making our card. When you're done with clue number 2, type done 2. Hello, Vicki. She is from Duluth, Minnesota. Snowstorms there. So I'll watch from work before trying to make my long trek home. Oh, be safe driving in that mess. After getting day of snow, oh gosh, that's, I live in the South, so I don't have to deal with that. And I hate to tell you, but do you know what my temperature is here in Central Texas today? 82 degrees. This is why we have on a short sleeve t-shirt, because it's 82 degrees outside. It's so crazy. Oh, it'll get cold by the end of the week. So don't worry, I'll be cold again. Virginia says, I'm on the wrong channel and had no sound on my computer, so I had to restart my computer. Virginia, you know what? It wasn't your computer. It was me. I did not turn on my mic. Yeah, I have a little note here too. Turn on mic. And I didn't do it. So I apologize for that. Oh, hello, Gail from New Zealand. I just love that. Okay, I'm seeing some dones. Nancy says yes, but watch out for Thursday. Yeah, Nancy's right. On Thursday, it's gonna get bad again. It's Texas, and there's no telling what kind of weather we're going to get around here. All right, let's move on to clue number 3. I want you to add the adhesive to the back of the designer series paper on the top part only. Just add a little strip of adhesive on the back of your designer series paper on the top part only. Got it? Not the whole thing yet. Just the top part. When you're done with clue number 3, type done 3. Trish Lappin says that she is trying to watch. It's very warm in Dallas. Trish, I know what's coming your way. My kids were here over the weekend and they think the kids are just going to be out of school until Friday. So there's no telling. I mean, you hang on, Trish, because you're fixing to get bad weather. I'm so sorry. Barbie says the weather is weird all over, in her opinion. And I agree with that. It is so crazy. February, it's just supposed to be cold everywhere. It's not supposed to be 82 in Texas. Sorry, but it is. Which end is the top, portrait or landscape? Very good question. Your piece of paper is 5¼ inches, I believe, or 5 inches. So it's going to need to be the top on the long part. Okay. Good question. Sorry about that. I should have clarified. But your paper is long. So we're going to be adding it to the card, and your card is going to end up with my clues. Your card is going to end up being landscape. Landscape. If you go rogue, if you mess up on a clue, we have a saying here with Mystery Monday Stampin', just go rogue, just make the card and make it work for you. So, Michelle says, whoops. Michelle, where did you add your adhesive? All right, so if you added your adhesive wrong, hold on, let me get a card. Let's see here. We have lots of cards today. All right, so your designer series paper is almost the length of your card base. So I want you to add adhesive to the top. So if you added it to the top, if you turned yours and you added it to the top that way, just hang on. Go ahead and add adhesive to the top part of that designer series paper, and we're going to be able to fix it. Okay. If you did it on the 2-inch end, that's wrong. And I probably need to go back in and fix that on the clue, but you need to do it on the 5¼ inch, 5-inch end. That designer series paper is 5 inches. So let's just fix this. On 5-inch side, top. I'll say side. Okay. All right. If you did do it on the 2-inch side, that's okay. Just go ahead and put some now on the 5-inch side, because eventually the whole thing is going to get stuck to something else. So Virginia says, I must have unplugged here because I have sound on my phone, but not on my computer. Make sure your speakers are on. I don't know if, oh, thank you, Vay. I don't know why you can't hear me on your computer. Let's see. Jenny says, my adhesive is drying while we're putting it on. Are we putting it on? Okay. If you're using liquid glue, you're fine. All right. So I think everybody's got that. No, don't place it anywhere. Adhere the 1/2 inch by 5¼ inch colored cardstock to the back of the designer series paper to create a mat. Go ahead and snip off the excess cardstock. I do it this way to ensure that my cardstock and designer series paper fit perfectly. Have you ever cut a piece of designer series paper and a piece of cardstock and you know you measured it right, but somehow it's a skosh off? This way, this will mat perfectly. Okay. Michelle says she is done with number 3 for real this time. Oh, good. Your buddy just fixed it, says Brenda. All right, so that is clue number 4. So we're adding that 1/2 inch strip to the back of our designer series paper to create a mat. So we want to be able to see that paper peeking out above the top. Okay. Trish said, I had that a few minutes and YouTube asked me to wait. Really? The sound? It asked you to wait for the sound? Interesting. Never heard of that. But you know what? Technology these days, you just have to pray that it works. Virginia says I lost her. Okay. All right, hold on. Let me get a piece of designer series paper. Let me get a prop for you. Okay. Let me get some adhesive. So I had y'all add adhesive to the top, like that. And then we're going to add our strip. And then we're going to snip off the excess so that it matches perfectly. Does that help? Okay. Nancy says, my cardstock is larger than my DSP. What am I cutting off? Just what I showed you right there. Sorry, I should have had a prop ready. That was a little bit confusing, but I tell you, I cannot tell you how many times I have used the same paper trimmer and I cut my paper and I cut my cardstock and it doesn't match and it drives me nuts. So that's why I did it that way. Just trying to teach you a way to not waste your designer series paper. All right. When you're done with clue number 4, type done 4. Vicki says, I love your props. I'm so glad they're helpful. Maria says, thank you. That's what I thought, but wanted to make sure. No problem. Okay, Dolores says that I am good. Sound is good. Color is good. Awesome. There we go. There's all those dones with 4. Okay. Let's move on to clue number 5. Place. Don't stick. No adhesive. Place the designer series paper and cardstock mat at the bottom of the basic white layer that measures 3 3/4 by 5 inches to make sure that your greeting is going to fit above. Don't adhere yet. Once you've done that, so we're going to pretend this is my paper. And I'm just placing it there to make sure that my greeting will fit here. Okay. Now I want you to stamp the greeting at the top of that basic white layer that measures 3 3/4 by 5 inches. Vay says, I think sometimes I cut my paper on one of the other side of each line. See, I think that's what happens, Vay. And that's why I've learned this trick that if I'm going to mat it like I did, you know, it's just a little strip. I just want to make sure that they line up perfect. So this is just my little cheat sheet way. Barbie says, I am just watching eating hot apple pie with ice cream. Well, there you go. Just rub that in, Barbie. You should have brought enough to share with the class. I'm just saying. Paula says she is late to the party, but she is here. Well, we're glad you're here. Hot apple pie with ice cream. That sure does sound good, Barbie. All right. When you're done with clue number 5, type done 5. Let's see if I missed any other comments. Let's see. SD Clover. SD Cat Lover, sorry, says that she loves props too. Props are helpful, especially with mystery stamping, because I'm just giving you these vague random clues and it's hard to interpret them sometimes. SD Cat Lover says, I assume, whoops, that went too fast. I assume that we are working on the inside. Nope, you're working on the outside. We're doing the outside. I had you cut a layer of basic white that was 3 3/4 by 5 inches. So we're on the outside. We're just still putting our card together. Let's see. Delina says she just arrived after spending the day working on my income taxes. We'll have to watch the replay. Well, I hope that you just kick back and enjoy the rest of mystery stamping after doing your taxes. Michelle says, should I have a big greeting? I obsess too much. You just want a greeting that's not too big. You know, like you don't want a whole greeting like this that's going to take up the whole card. You just need a greeting that'll fit up here. And, you know, Mystery Monday stamping is not, it's not about stressing. It's about having fun, and it's about being creative. You know there are ways to fill in any extra white space, and we're going to do that if you feel that your greeting is too small. Does that help you, Michelle? Okay, let's see. Mallory says, I will have to make later. My cat decided to take a nap on my chest. Oh my, okay. Virginia says, I could use a piece of that hot apple pie and ice cream just about now. Wouldn't that be a fun snack to have? There you go. All right, I'm starting to see some dones with 5. Kim says that we're having a snowstorm in northern Minnesota. Yikes. You guys need to be careful up there in that part of the country where it's just so much snow. And I assume y'all get icy roads too. So, okay, you guys say it's done. Nancy says done. Loving it so far. Perfect, perfect. Okay. Next clue. Clue number 6. Add the designer series paper and cardstock mat to the bottom of the basic white layer that measures 3 3/4 by 5 inches with adhesive. So let's see, I think this is too big. Hold on. This is a little bit too big, but now what we're doing, yep, that's too big. So now we're going to add, this is a little bit too long, so this is just a fake prop. We're adding that designer series paper and cardstock to the bottom with adhesive, and we have stamped our greeting up here. Okay. All right. Marlene says she is here. She's sorry she's late, but she'll watch the replay. And that's what's so great. The replay stays on my video on my YouTube channel under Mystery Stamping Playlist, and you can watch it anytime, forever. Vay says ice and ground blizzards. Okay, Vay, tell me what a ground blizzard is. I have no idea what that is. What does that mean? We don't get those in the South. Blowing snow up in how do you pronounce that word? Bemidji, Minnesota? Michelle says, that looks so cool. She is liking this so far. When you're done with clue number 6, type done 6. Icy roads, whiteout conditions too. Good to be home watching you. I'm so glad you're at home watching me too, because I would not want to be out in that mess. Patricia says, I'm always late because of Eastern time. Always watch the replay. You know, Patricia, the time zone things, it's a mess. I understand, and I'm constantly either early or late to something that is online because of the time zones. Margaret says, I saw a woodchuck out today. Does that mean spring is here in New York, maybe? I thought that was a groundhog. Vay says, ground blizzards are when the wind's so strong it blows the snow, looks like the ground around. Oh, gotcha. Okay. Marcia has finally caught up. She is done with 6. Bemidji, pronounce Bemidji. Oh, okay. I was putting an R in there. Okay. Thank you. Lynn says, here in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, we haven't gotten much snow this year. Behind in snow. Farmers aren't happy so far, hoping for more for them. Yeah, because they need that runoff. Oh, Michelle is asking, do you put the bottom so yes, the answer is yes. You're going to put it at the bottom of that basic white layer. If you haven't already done that, we're going rogue, remember? But this prop is throwing me off because it's not the right size. It needs to be a little bit smaller, but we're just putting that at the bottom of that basic white layer. So at the bottom. Kayleen says we are still in a heat wave in central Queensland. Are you in Queensland? I think that's where Kayleen is. Okay. I think you guys, Sandy says it's almost 60 today in New York. Okay, now that's hard to believe. And then 25 on Saturday. Yeah, that sounds about right. Well, 82 in Texas. That's crazy too. Let's move on to clue number 7. I want you to stamp an image on your basic white scrap and color it now if it needs to be colored. If you're just using a bold image, then obviously that doesn't need to be colored. But if you're using an outline image, then you'll need to color that now. Hello, Diane Lockwood. Finally got logged on. We'll catch the replay. Had to get a new laptop and can't remember half my password. See, we were just talking about technology a while ago. Well, Diane, I'm glad you're joining me. And I hope that you'll go back and make this card because it's a fun one. Brenda says that she went rogue. I left a little white showing on the bottom and it looks good. Okay. Denise in Dallas says, I use the Biggest Wish word set for my card and it's perfect. It's a perfect size. Fun set. You might need this one for your collection. The Biggest Wish would be a good size. That is a good one. That's a good greeting set. Lynn says, the little snow we got Saturday disappeared yesterday because of the 50s. Now it's just cold. Michelle is making 2 cards today. That's awesome. One with basic white and one with very vanilla, since I wasn't sure about the basic white with my choice of DSP. Good call. In Vegas, Deborah says that it is 66 and windy. Strange that it's warmer in Texas. Yeah, it is, because usually you guys are warmer than us. But it is so windy here today. I'm telling you, I went out to say, my kids came in for the weekend. Some of my kids and brought grandkids. And so I walked out to the car to give everybody hugs and kisses. And I was like, I think I need to redo my hair. I don't know if I can get it back in place. It was like whew, all over the place. So, Catherine says you can keep that snow up in Minnesota. We don't want any in Chicago. All right, so if you're done with clue number 7, type done 7. Cheryl Thompson says that it's 44 in Michigan. Okay, that's not too bad for Michigan. Okay, let's see. Jenny says it is 59 degrees and windy in the Bay Area. So close to 60. That's not, is that about normal for you guys? Okay, I think you guys are getting done with 7. I am double checking something. This be the card mat. I think I skipped a step. Here goes cardstock. Did I tell y'all to put? I didn't. I didn't tell you what to do with your stamped, with your DSP layer. That's okay. That's okay. We're going to fix that. Let me just double check, but I don't think I did. 3 3/4. Okay. So, hold on. Fix this. This was bugging me, so now I fixed it. We're going to have clue number 7B. Let's see. Nope, we're going to wait. Okay. All right, we're going to fix it. We're going to fix what I forgot to tell you to do. So you guys are done with 7. So now I want you to do clue number 8. And I want you to use dies, punches, or snips to cut out your image. Okay. Deborah says, you had us put the DSP at the bottom of the white cardstock. Yes. And then there was a clue missing that I should have done. So we will do that in just a minute. So this is going to be, yep. And I will fix the download before you guys get it. So perfect. I fixed it. Oh gosh. Okay. How are we doing on clue number 8? Scrolling back up. Ooh, somebody, Barbie says her daffodils are up. I love daffodils. Patricia says she feels sorry for the robins I have seen because we are still several feet of snow in Western New York. Yeah, poor little birdies. Okay, I think you guys are done with 8. So 8B. I want you to add the basic white layer with DSP to your card front. That's on the colored cardstock, okay? I want you to do that now. So when you're done adding that layer to your card front, say done 8B. Oh my gosh. You know, would it be mystery stamping if I didn't do something crazy? I don't know. Done 8, certainly feeling the effects of not joining you for a month. Well, Marsha, I'm glad you're back. Jenny says she's already done 8B. She already knew what to do with that piece of paper. Jenny, I should have you come do mystery stamping. Oh gosh. Done 8B, done 8B, done 8B. I'm seeing it. You guys have got it. And like I said, I'll go fix the PDF. How much time do I have? I got plenty of time. I can fix that before 8 o'clock, 5 o'clock. Well, thank you, Maria. I'm glad y'all love me. I mean, am I human? Am I perfect? I am human. I am not perfect. You know, sometimes, you know, you're writing instructions, you're writing clues, and it just makes sense. And so you don't even write it down. But this is all about giving you clues. So Michelle says, done 8B. It's called mystery stamping for a reason. That should be my motto. Mystery stamping for a reason. Rhonda Hunter is on and she is making 2 cards. I have missed seeing you online with us, Rhonda. I know today you were trying to make that happen and I'm so glad you did. Yay. Okay, I think you guys are done with that. Rosemary says to err is human, but to forgive is divine. There you go. All right. How about clue number 9? We want to take that image that you cut out with your dies, punches, snips, or whatever, and we're going to add it to the bottom of the card with dimensionals. So that means we are adding it right here. There you go. That is clue number 9. When you're done with clue number 9, type done 9. Janice said I ended up getting company, so I'll be making my card later. Well, you know what? I'm glad that you had surprise guests, and I hope you enjoyed their visit. Lavina says, I'm loving this card. Simple but beautiful. It is. It's a great layout, and you can use it for so many occasions. I mean, think about this one. Would this make a great Christmas card? Absolutely. A little bit of designer series paper. We're still showing that off, but we're not using a whole chunk of it. Adding, your other embellishments or your other images. This would be an easy one to crank out 50 to 100 of. Vay says, when hubby was in the Army, he would tell me, I had to fill in parts of letters because I'd think faster than I'd write. That's a good point. I never thought of that. But yeah, your brain is just thinking and your fingers aren't keeping up. Okay, I'm seeing some dones with 9. Very good. I love my new setup because for the most part, I can read y'all's comments easier than going all the way down. If I can just remember to turn on that mic, I'd be great. I promise I will work on that. I'll put Post-it notes everywhere. Turn on the mic. Kay is asking, how far am I from San Antonio? I'm going there in the fall. I am probably a good hour north of San Antonio, maybe a little bit more. I think it takes us about an hour to get there. And San Antonio is big, so depending on where you're at, it could be hour or more. Okay, I hope you would love it though. San Antonio is lovely. All right, clue number 10. We got to add some embellishments. So remember what I said when I said if your greeting was too small up here, you could add some embellishments around it to kind of fill in that white space. So yeah, that is clue number 10. When you are done with clue number 10, type done, all done. We're just all done. Patricia says, plus what you're doing, so makes sense to you. That's it, Patricia. I know what my card looks like. Makes perfect sense. Vicky says, Post-it notes are very helpful all the time to me. My husband's like, why do you have so many Post-it notes on your computer? I'm like, because it's right there for me to see. Deborah is all done. Jennifer says she is done with 8 and 9 and she went a little rogue. Perfect. I love it when you guys go rogue because you know what that means? That means you are thinking and creating on your own. Jenny says, am I going to do anything on the inside? I'm not, but you could. I don't know what images you're using and all of that, but if one of those images in your stamp set would work great on the inside, by all means, write it. If your greeting on the outside would lend itself to another greeting stamped on the inside, add it. It's your card. Let's see. Michelle says, sort of done. I want to do some coloring on my image, which I may go rogue and put on the top. It's a mystery what it will ultimately turn out like. I hope I get it posted with some comments. Perfect. Everybody is getting all done. Barbie says, I was in San Antonio once in July and August. It was like a steam bath getting off the plane. I'm a native of Washington State. Oh yeah, very humid at that time of the year. I saw another one. Lavina says, I went rogue, liked my images better on the top. Love it. Perfect. I'm just reading through here. Gail says, Sharon, do you make the card as you write the clues? No, I make the card and then I write the clues. That's how I do it. Trish says, I just received my huge order. I had to literally push and roll my box in. I didn't quite order everything in the mini catalog. Went a little crazy, but need some project supplies while I'm homebound. Yes, Trish just had surgery, so this will keep you busy. Yes, ma'am. Michelle says the cards look really cool, just the way they are. Thanks again for another fun Mystery Monday. Okay, I think you guys are all done. Let me show you my version of today's Mystery Monday stamping. And there we go. How about that? Now, originally this card was for last Monday, which was Valentine's Day, because I thought it was just a sweet card for Valentine's Day. And it wasn't Happy Valentine's Day. It was just about love. Okay. But as you know, I was not able to have it last Monday. So that is my Mystery Monday card using the Here Together stamp set and the dies that has lots of words. And I do have some other cards. I have shared these cards on my Facebook page, but here's another one that's very similar, but all I did different here was I cut 2 strips of designer series paper. You know how we end up with those strips. So this is a fun way to use those strips of DSP that we all hang on to. I know you do. I do it all the time. Okay, so we have that one. And then we have this one where I did use the full size of DSP, but basically these cards are similar as far as the layers go. All right, so just another idea for you. I know I'm zoomed in quite a bit. We'll kind of do this. There we go. How about that? There we go. And then something totally different. I have never picked these colors together, but I liked them. And I think that the camera is showing it more like a yellow, but this is pale papaya. Let me come down a little bit. That's weird. It is showing yellow on the camera, but that's pale papaya. And then speaking of those DSP scraps, how about that one? Yep, all the bits, all the bits. Now let me show you the paper. Now I have all of this on my blog, and you guys are, so this is the All Together Designer Series paper. There's those hands, where'd they go? Right there. And I just cut that into quarters to make this card right here. But I love black and white paper, and so I was very much drawn to this. And I don't know if you can tell, but there are hearts in here, and that's why I picked that pattern for my card. There you go. Barbie says that she has to learn how to use her new Natural Blends. Okay, well, here's another card. And I did do a chart, Barbie, and I do have this on my blog. It'll be on at 5. So Stampin' Up! Had this chart that you could add all the colors to, and I went through and labeled them like this. And then I took one of the patterns of designer series papers, excuse me, and I colored them so that I could see visually bigger color choices, maybe, so that I would know what to use. Now, these are not outlined with any other colors. I didn't do actual blending. I just wanted to see the colors themselves. So anyway, I will go fix my tutorial. Let me go back over here. I will go over and fix my PDF for you guys to get. And like I said, you'll be able to see these cards on my blog. You can head over to the blog. Anytime you ever need anything, everything is below the video. My blog link, my store, signing up for my newsletter so that you receive the next week's clues. That happens. And then if you're not getting those emails, let me know. Contact me through my blog. Maria says, I've used this suite so much, I'm almost out of the DSP. It really is very versatile. You're right. Now, this is a limited product selection. It is, okay, so the way they say it, everything is available through May before the next catalog comes out. There's another new annual catalog coming out in May. And the following are exclusive during this period until May. So it's the Here For You dies, the Here Together bundle, and the whole collection. So will we see the DSP again? Will we see the stamp set again? I don't know, maybe. Anyway, all right, guys, I am off for today. I will be back on Thursday night with, yeah, you got to come back. I'll be back on my YouTube channel at 7 o'clock p.m. Central. Until then, happy stamping, y'all.